This man is absolutely a genius. He actually used an abandoned shipping container to create a fully functional workspace. He started by covering the interior walls with foam, then built a doorframe near the entrance using square wood, and installed a glass sliding door. Next he screwed drywall onto the surfaces of 3 interior walls, making the studio more sturdy and solid. On the door and the remaining space on the sides, he also installed more drywall. Next came the ceiling. He crafted a support frame from wood, and called his girlfriend to help, since the drywall had to be held up for installation. With their teamwork, the drywalling was quickly completed. Then he filled the gaps between the drywall panels and over the screws with putty. After smoothing the surface, he sanded it all down. The next day he went to the upper side of the container and marked out a rectangle with a ruler, then used a cutting tool to follow the outline and cut. After cutting away the outer metal, he needed to modify the foam and drywall inside too. Since he was planning to install an exhaust fan there, he first installed a metal frame, then placed the exhaust fan. To further improve ventilation, he cut out 2 rectangular openings, one on the upper and one on the lower part at the front, and added mesh screens to allow airflow. Then he laid plastic sheets on the floor, because he was about to paint the walls. He started by applying a white primer coat to all the walls. Once the primer dried, he painted the top half of the walls in a light gray. Then he used tape at the dividing line to keep the colors separated on a straight line, and painted the lower half in a dark gray. This instantly created a layered look. Next he used the color divide line on the wall to install some triangular brackets and placed light gray shelves on top, and secured everything with screws. He repeated the same process on the other side, forming 2 rows of workbenches. Then he measured and drilled in the center, where he would install the main workspace platform, tightening the screws underneath to secure it, and adjusting the height carefully. With his skillful work, the central workbench was finished. He then applied his logo design to the studio door and an interior wall, displaying his brand clearly. Then he began the electrical and water installation, first drilling a hole on the container's exterior and securing the main power line, then adding outlet boxes inside, and bending conduit pipes. After wiring everything, he installed the lights. To make the space even more comfortable, he bought a new air conditioner, so he could work inside in any season. With that, the shipping container studio transformation was complete. So what do you think of his idea? If you were to score it out of 10, what would you give?